add them to a bowl, making sure to make a mess along the way. Come back here, little guy. We're almost done.
Alright, so here's a pro tip. Never spend a lot of money on a bread knife.
I want to show you a trick to get the most flavor out of your garlic. Now for those beautifully glazed plant balls. Hi everybody, I'm Chef Giovanni Ladone, and today I'm going to show you how to make a vegan banh mi sandwich my way using some products I found at IKEA. But first, we gotta go shopping. Let's go.
This is the best style. I love these the most because you can peel down. I just feel like it works much better. One absolutely essential, mandolin.
These are a no-brainer. Beautiful. Yes.
Alright, so here's a pro tip. Never spend a lot of money on a bread knife. Just find something that's nice and sturdy and it'll last you a long time because you can't sharpen it anyways. So this is why I love IKEA. They have all the essentials you need to do everything from cooking to preparation to the table aesthetic.
Flaky salt? Yes, please.
So for my recipe, I plan to take some inspiration from something that I always have to have when I come to IKEA.
Okay, so now that we're back in the kitchen, let's get started with this tasty recipe. Making the pickles will take the longest, so I think that's the best place to start. The first step will be to peel the daikon radish. You can find these at your local Asian grocer. The flavor is similar to a red radish, but the flavor is much milder. Now, let's peel 2 medium carrots. After the carrots and the radish are peeled, trim the ends and set them aside. Now, using one of my favorite kitchen tools, the mandolin, we're going to slice the carrots and the radish. You should be aiming for the slices to be between 2 and 3 millimeters thick. These are one of those tools that make you look like a real rock star, so I suggest you pick one up. Now that the vegetables are all sliced up, we will start to shingle the carrots. Just keep stacking them evenly and make sure not to stack them too high. Now, evenly slice them. If they're not perfect, don't worry, it's not going to make a big deal in the end. Now, add the sliced carrots to a large bowl and let's move on to the daikon radish. We will be repeating the same process with the daikon. Stack it up, slice it, and add it to the bowl. Okay, now that we got the stressful part out of the way, let's move on to seasoning these Vietnamese pickles. Add 1 teaspoon of sea salt and give it a good mix. Make sure that all the vegetables are coated. Next, add 1/4 cup caster sugar, followed by 1/4 cup or 60 milliliters of rice vinegar. Now all you need to do is give that a good stir. Once you see the water start coming out, you're on the right track, set that aside and let's move on. Now it's time to slice and dice our vegetables. Start by thinly slicing the white part of the green onions. This part is best used for cooking and that's what we're going to use it for. Next, slice the green part thinly. This is a great time to practice your knife skills to impress your friends. Now, slice your jalapeno and red chili thinly. This would be a great time to wear gloves. The worst thing is to touch your eyes or other sensitive parts after you've sliced chilies. Trust me, that is something you don't want to experience. Next up, I want to show you a trick to get the most flavor out of your garlic. What we're going to do is slice both of our cloves of garlic in half, put a little bit of salt on top and smash it. That's the secret. The salt helps to release the essential oils and flavor from the garlic. This simple step will elevate any garlic dish. The next step will be to wash up and trim the coriander for garnish later on. Okay, now we will make a simple spicy mayo that is 100% vegan. In a small bowl, add 2/3 cup vegan mayo, followed by 2 tablespoons sriracha and finish it off with a generous pinch of green onion. Give it a mix and we're ready to move on. Okay, now it's time to start cooking. In a wok over medium heat or a saute pan if you don't have a wok, add 1 tablespoon of this beautiful rapeseed oil that is flavored with wild garlic. Next, add your garlic. Once the garlic starts to get fragrant, add the white part of the spring onion. Saute that for 1 to 2 minutes, then add your plant balls and give them a good stir. These plant balls are good in so many applications. They have a great neutral flavor that goes well with many different flavors. Now add your sliced red chilies and give it a stir. Next, add 1/4 cup of low sodium vegetable stock followed by 4 tablespoons of vegan oyster sauce. Make sure all your plant-based balls are coated and cover the pan and simmer on low heat for 10 minutes. Once the plant-based balls are fully heated through, add them to a bowl, making sure to make a mess along the way. Come back here, little guy. We're almost done. Take your baguette and split it in half, then carefully cut through the center. Careful not to cut all the way through. Now for the fun part. Let's start laying down all the fillings. Start by spreading a generous serving of the vegan spicy mayo. Put it on one side or both depending on your spice tolerance. Next, add your pickles. Make sure to drain off the excess vinegar and evenly spread them out across the baguette. Now for those beautifully glazed plant balls. Lay them across the sandwich and make sure not to leave any empty spaces. Now we could just stop right there, but we need to move on and make it sexy with a little bit of garnish. Let's finish by picking some beautiful coriander leaves and placing them over the top of the sandwich, followed by some jalapenos that we sliced earlier. Add the sandwiches to your favorite plate and let's finish them off with another one of my favorite products at IKEA, crispy shallots. I hope you enjoyed my play on a vegan Vietnamese banh mi sandwich using IKEA ingredients. Peace.